Hello, we're back. Chris and I are going to show you how to work on the next Google tool, which is Google Slides. And if I am in my Google Drive, you'll see that I have some slide things saved in my Google Drive. They're represented by this little yellow box. Google Slides is a program you can use in the place of PowerPoint or Keynote. And again, the reason why you would want to do this is it allows you to create presentations collaboratively, and it allows you to share them easily. So Chris and I are going to model that, and we are going to make a presentation about doing the cha-cha slide. And so if you look at the screen here, we've already started a presentation. I already have Chris in it. Remember, if you watched the last Google video for Google Docs, I did that by going to the share icon and doing anyone with the link can edit, and I sent him that editable link. Again, I could have sent it to his email and had him accept my invitation. Doing that would put this presentation in his Google Drive as well, which if this was an ongoing thing, he would certainly want to do that. But again, you can just do it with the link alone. So here we are, and what you have here is you have just, it's a very, again, same content editor, very similar to what you saw in Docs, and very similar to something you would see in PowerPoint. Over to the side here, you see I have options of themes. Sometimes that'll pop up automatically, sometimes it won't. If not, you can just select right here to select your theme. I'm going to just go ahead and change the theme to this one. I'm going to select this, and when I do, it's going to apply that theme to all slides. That's very important to remember, because if you're working collaboratively, you cannot change the theme on one side and not another. So it's going to change everywhere. So that's something very important to remember. So for our first slide, you can see I've already got something started here, how to do the cha-cha slide with Chris and Holly. To make it a little more fancy, you can add, it's very easy to add images in here. You can do that by clicking here and searching for images. Just drag it here and it'll put it in if you want. I really never do that. I usually just drag and drop it right in and the image will go right in. So there is a way to add images to make your slides a little more visually appealing. Remember, we talked about how this is the Google tool that allows you to kind of showcase things and show off. So there's lots of different things you can do to make them just look a little bit nicer, just like you would in Keynote or PowerPoint. Now, if you look over here to the side, you'll see I am operating on this slide here. The pink little line here and the picture that comes up, that shows me who is working on the second slide. Just like in Google Docs, you can have multiple people working. And even though it's just Chris and I right now, I could see if we had 10 or 12 people working, I could see who's working on each slide. So I can tell that Chris is in this slide and that he's told us what to do for step 1, get funky. And he can edit it. I can see what he's doing. I also have full editing rights, so I can take over and go in and add and edit his things as well. See me doing that. Okay, so now when I'm ready to add another slide, I can just go here and it tells me which slide I want. I get to select which slide I want to add. Much like in PowerPoint, you can change the layout of your slide and those kinds of things. If you just hit the button, if you just hit the plus, it's going to add the same kind of slide that was previous. So that's what I just did. So I'm going to be operating on slide 3. If you look over here, you can keep watching over here to this side. Chris is going to be operating on slide 4. So we're going to work at the same time so you can see how that works. I'm going to go with step 2. I'm going to slide to the left. At the same time, you're going to see Chris start working inside slide 3, and he's going to slide to the right. You can see he's working down here. So we're going to go ahead and decorate our own slides up. In Google Slides, you can insert images or insert shapes as well. Sorry. So I'm going to select here. And just like in all other PowerPoint, whatever, Word, you would do it the same way. You can go ahead and change the color if you want. You can kind of keep an eye on what the other person's doing. So I see that he's making his ears a little fatter, so I'm going to kind of make mine match his. He changed color to match mine. It's just kind of a really faster way, almost to expedite your time if you're working with someone else, that a way to build. So we have step 2, slide to the left. I can go in and see step 3, slide to the right. And it looks like step 4, he's going to make step 4, which is crisscross. I'm going to add another slide. He's going to keep working there on his. I'm going to add, and I'm going to show you how to insert an actual video right into Google Slides. So I'm going to make this screen. And what I'm going to do then is go up to insert. And I mean, there's all kinds, like I said, there's all kinds of things you can do with Google Slides. So you're just going to want to spend some time exploring to see, I mean, table insertion, spelling, spell check, those kinds of things. You're just going to want to spend some time playing around in here. But one thing you can do that I really like about this is to insert a video. So I'm going to click on that right now. And you can paste a link in, a YouTube link in, and it's going to actually search YouTube for you. And you can see where it did that here. That's the Cha-Cha Slide video I wanted. You select which one you want and hit the select button, and it will actually pop that video right in for you. So it's it's embedded, and it just looks a lot nicer in your Google Slides presentation. So, and then you can move that wherever you want it. So now if you go through, and Chris, are you still working on that? Oh, there you go. You got some stuff going on. Okay. So now once you get it all done and you want to present it, you'll see a present button up here. What that's going to look like is you click on that and it actually goes into presentation mode, just like you would if you did like View Slideshow in PowerPoint. And it will load for us. And then you can just click through. Oh, nice cat. And then you can play the video right within your presentation, so you don't even have to leave and go to an external link. It'll play right in there for you. So you can see that, and the actual music starts in case you really have that song in your head now. It'll start playing. But it's really nice. You never have to leave your presentation, and you can play videos side by side with the text that you have, and it just really makes for a nice presentation. So that's Google Slides. It operates just like Google Docs did then. So when you want to share it for people to see, I can go in now. I can do anyone with the link can view, which then took Chris out of it. Now, had I shared this via his email address and put it in his drive and gave him editing rights, he could still edit. So like I said, if you're really working on a project that you're going to both work off of continually, that's how you're going to want to do it, to share via email address that'll add to your drive. But I am selective on what I give people access to, and I'm selective in how much I take into my own drive, because then it's just more to manage. So anyway, to share it with anybody, you just go anybody with the link can view, and you can copy that link and then send that out, and anybody can pull up your Google Slide presentation and walk their way through it. So there's lots more that you can do with this, but this is just a little bit to get you started. I hope that you find Google Slides to be a nice new tool to put in your toolbox to work collaboratively and to be able to share information with others.